So how you want to get into the European boat ride the normal way is to go through here. Like I pointed out a moment ago, using the thinner to fill the pump will make the doors open and close like crazy. The way they open and close kind of remind me of the chompers from the original Tomb Raider games. And now we are back in Steamboat Willie. I'm just gonna say this right now that I think it was in front of Frozen. There was like a Mickey Mouse cartoon, and it just looked really cool. It kind of had the same style as the older ones, where Pete is, well, being Pete, and Minnie is kind of Mickey is trying to like save Minnie Mouse and stuff like that. And it was actually really cool. I've grown up with Disney, so seeing stuff like that, seeing that kind of cartoon was like really cool to see. But anyway, we're gonna be leaving Steamboat Willie forever. How sad. This is the Europe Arena. Look at that leaning tower. The pillar looks like they could topple over with its knees. Achoo! 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 It's not toppling over, Gus! You lied! How could you lie to me like that? I thought we were best friends. I thought we were BFF forevers. How could you lie to me like that? You're not invited to my birthday party! I'm just kidding. The thinner method for this, you can get to this area normally by just spinning the valve thing, but you can also knock over these pillars to collide with the tower and destroy the leaning tower of pizza. That's seriously what I thought the tower was called when I was a little kid. There's a lot of destructive ways you can get through this area, but there's also, you can also get to this area like without being all destructive and stuff. But because I like being destructive, I'm gonna be going through. I'm gonna be telling you guys how to get through this area normally, like with the leaning tower. You can spin the valve and it'll just activate the boat, so you can just go across that way. But there's also some destructive ways you can get to this area, and because I'm all destructive and stuff, I'm gonna do that. Objectively, you could also do the trick where you jump across the thinner pool and do double jumps and stuff like that to get over to the Coliseum door. I do not recommend that at all, especially if you did not get the zip log, because you're going to be losing a lot of health doing that, and you're going to need a lot of health if you did not get the zip log. Just trust me on that. So now we're going up the Eiffel Tower. Yay! I remember reading that when Disney was building like Disneyland Paris, something that they originally wanted to do was that they were going to buy the rights to the Eiffel Tower and have it like torn down and rebuilt at the Disneyland Paris property. I am so glad they did not do that, because that would have been like a really bad idea if they did that. Speaking of the Eiffel Tower, let's destroy it! I'm so sorry, Eiffel Tower. Can you find it in the heart to forgive me? So now we can use the Eiffel Tower as a bridge, but the less destructive way you can get across this area is to jump on this cloud right here. This cloud will take you to that cloud over there, which will take you to that cloud, which will take you to the pathway that you can get if you took the secret exit in Gremlin Village. So, whichever exit you get through, if you know what you're doing, you still can get every collectible in this area on a single playthrough. I remember on my first playthrough of this game, the method I used to get to this area was destroying the Eiffel Tower, and I just felt like I felt like pretty sad about destroying it for whatever reason, because at the time, my family was planning out our trip to Europe, where we were going to London and then we were going to Paris and stuff like that. So for whatever reason, it just made me sad to destroy the Eiffel Tower in the game. Hey, Mickey! So you left my Sith vlog with those grabbly gremlins, eh? Well, here's a little taste of what happens to those who cross me. Alright, slight edit right there because I actually died a couple times. This area is pretty difficult, especially on your first playthrough. So that's why I recommended that you go get the Sith log, because if you did not get the Sith log at all, or if you sold it to the gremlin in the village, then Small Pete will send a bunch of blotlings after you, and it could be a nightmare. I just suddenly had a British accent right there. My recommended strategy is to draw them in towards the thinnable platform, and then thin them out from underneath them. That's not exactly the best strategy, because sometimes the paint will disappear right from underneath you as well. Jumping on top of the areas will not really help you out all that much, because the blotlings will be trying to get closer to you, and the point of this area is to get them onto the center paint platform so that you can thin out the platform from underneath them. And like I said, it could be very difficult. This area could be very difficult on your first playthrough. So if you don't want to be overwhelmed by a bunch of blotlings wanting to destroy your face, I still recommend you go to the Sith log. It might take a little time to go get it, but it's so worth it to get that Sith log. Hopefully these guys will be destroyed soon, because I'm kind of tired of this fight. Okay, I think that's the last of them. You're a one-crazy mouse! I'm out of here! We opened the door! Getting that Sith log, if you do not get the Sith log, you will also not be able to get to the treasure room in this area, so so the only real reward you get for not getting this, for giving the Sith log to the gremlin, is that special pin, which is not really worth it out that much, unless you're doing like a 100% playthrough of this game, which is technically impossible to do on a single playthrough, because of the whole paint thinner mechanics and the choice and consequences and stuff like that. But anyway, that's gonna be all for today. So, thank you guys for watching this video of Epic Mickey, and until next time, we're Keter to you. Oh yeah.